Borrow responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
The Business Snapshot on 88.5 Sun FM.
We take a look at our current exchange rates. The United States dollar is buying at 23 kwacha 85 ngwe and selling at 23 kwacha 27 ngwe. The Great British Pound is buying at 31 kwacha 35 ngwe and selling at 31 kwacha 43 ngwe. The euro is buying at 27 kwacha 17 ngwe and selling at 27 kwacha 23 ngwe. The South African rand is buying at 1 kwacha 29 ngwe and selling at 1 kwacha 30 ngwe. We take a look at some stories that are making headlines in the world of business. Now, starting it off strong, there's enough maize to sell to FRA and briefcase buyers. Now, the Grain Traders Association of Zambia says the country has enough maize to farm and to sell both Food Reserve Agency, FRA, and private buyers. On Sunday, the chief government spokesperson, Cornelius Mwetwa, urged farmers to prioritize selling their maize to the FRA rather than to briefcase their buyers. Now, he said prioritizing FRA would guarantee national food security. Responding to these remarks in an interview, the GTAZ spokesperson Yota Mkandawire said a single buyer like the FRA would not be able to buy all the maize from farmers. He added that farmers were at liberty to sell to private buyers provided the price was competitive. Now, the volume of the maize that the country has at the moment is huge, and FRA can be or are at liberty to buy. In more stories, we are seeing how government has the capacity to run so many gold mines. Now, a mining expert, Edward Simukonda, says government has the capacity to run gold mines and there is no need for partnership with large-scale investors. Recently, the Ministry of Mines Permanent Secretary Dr. Hapenga Kabeta announced that the ministry would collaborate with large-scale investors to enhance gold mining operations in Zambia. The PS also disclosed that the country or the ministry would subdivide and allocate smaller sections of the mining areas to Mufumbwe district to cooperatives in an effort to discourage nomadic mining. Commenting on these remarks in an interview, Simukonda said Zambia had the capacity to run gold through ZCCMIH, which has both the capacity of funding and to run the sector. He further wondered why government thought partnership with investors would enhance gold mining. Now, in more stories that we have on the local front, the Minister of State of Foreign Affairs of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Shakbout Al-Nahyan, has said that trade between Zambia and the country has increased by 300% from 2019 to 2024. And President Hakainde Hichilema has noted the need for the two countries to continue and to conclude the Comprehensive Economic Partnership, CEPA, which aims to strengthen economic and trade relations between the two parties. Now, we all see how Mr. Al-Nahyan said the 300% trade increase benefits both countries. He said the United Arab Emirates, as of 2023, is the second largest trading partner to Zambia, noting that the two countries have an affair in service agents and will continue with commercial protection investment. We strive for a better future and for our two countries to reach bigger numbers in terms of the bilateral trade and importantly strengthen the bridge between the two nations, he said. On some international stories, we see how China's growth beats expectations as Trump tariffs down. Now, the China economy has beaten expectations even as US President Donald Trump tariffs had a prolonged crisis in the property market weigh against the growth. Now, official figures show that the world's second largest economy grew by 5.2% in the last 3 months to the end of June, and the economy has a fragile trade which truce in Washington. The economy withstood pressure and made steady improvement despite challenges, the China National Bureau of Statistics said in a statement. Now, officials said economic growth was held by a 6.4% expansion in the manufacturing and higher demand for 3D printing services, devices, electric vehicles, and industrial robots. Now, in June, retail sales the growth slowed down by 4.8% from the year earlier, compared to a 6.4% increase in May. Also, on Tuesday, official figures showed a drop in China's new home prices in June, failing at the fastest marketing and the pace in 8 months. The data suggests that the country's real estate industry is continuing to struggle despite several rounds of measures to support the property prices. Analysts had expected a bigger impact on tariffs from China's economy, but the country remains highly resilient, said the economist Zhuo Jingyang from the National University of Singapore. Now, growth was boosted by exports, mainly due to firms reassuring and rushing to the ship goods before potential new tariffs or changes to China's export strategy take effect, he added. The second half of the year is likely to be more uncertain, as he said. As a result, stronger government stimulus amongst or might be needed. He said achieving the 5% annual growth target still seems well within the reach. Those are some of the stories that we have for you on the Business Snapshot for today. Stay tuned for more. Good afternoon.
The Business Snapshot on 88.5 Sun FM.
The FIFA Club World Cup